Let's go! Let's go! Get the fuck in here, baby! Get off! Haven't out the ball in the air yet. We go down there. Let's go! Let's go! We gotta make a play. Listen, they're gonna throw the ball when they go.
Said it at the start, somebody going out 8-0, somebody going out 7-1.
Man, I don't even know where to begin. Well, let me just start with saying this. I really think it started all week long, prep was good. First, let me just say this, Jacob Poole, couldn't be more proud of you, man. Offensive player. Hey, most guys, I'm telling you, dude, proud of you. You were ready to get in there when you had the chance to get in there, too. With that also being said, this morning was a perfect breakfast. We had a great attendance to it. Coach Novick was here at 6 a.m. Guys, everything was perfect except for the penalties. All right? Except for the penalties. Guys, we just beat a very, very good football team. Hey, here's the deal, though. We're pretty daggone good ourselves. That's how you Listen, man, here's what I'm going to say this, too. The worst thing that could ever happen after this one is even that much of a smidgen of a letdown. Yes, sir. Because let me tell you, hey, it's senior night next Friday at the Phil. We've got some of the best senior leadership that we've ever had in my 20 years of being here. We need you guys to make sure that it's not a letdown next Friday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is a massive one. And here's the deal. From here on out, dude. It ain't over. Hey. We got to step it up. Hey, we're playing for titles and playing for undefeated seasons and playing for postseason rankings. And then we get in there, but hey, every game in the playoffs will be just like we just had right there. Yes, sir. That was a great high school football game and one of the best atmospheres I've seen here since we played Union for the state semifinal. That's right, man. And that is, hey, and I don't lie to y'all, I never will. Guys, I'm so damn emotional. Here we go, baby! straight up. I told y'all at halftime, we gonna win. Let's go. We're gonna lose. I love a way to make it special, baby. Get in here.
This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with Tanner Sipe after the big 7-6 win over Strasburg. Just one of the greatest games I've seen. Can you just talk a little bit, Tanner, about the game?
I mean, it was a great game. Like you said, one of the best you've seen, one of the best I feel like I've ever played in. I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. Both teams were great. Both teams were, I mean, it was trash talk. It was a great football game. It was just everything you dream of. And we got the advantage of them at the end of the game.
And what did you guys talk about it at halftime going in the first time this year behind?
Yeah, I mean, we had a great opportunity at the goal line. They made a great goal line stand. They got in our backfield. We couldn't really get the ball up the middle. But going into halftime, down 6, just one score. I mean, we still felt great about ourselves, keeping our game plan. Made a little bit of adjustments, but other than that, I mean, that touchdown. It was just a thing. It was just a thing. Everyone really in the way. We knew they missed their extra point. All we needed was to score an extra point, and that's what we did.
And now we have senior night next week against Luray. It's a little bittersweet for you seniors. How you feel about the last 2 games coming up?
Yeah, senior night tomorrow or next week. Sorry, it's really special. I mean, never thought it would go by this quick, but it has, and I just can't wait for it. We're gonna play a great game, I'm sure. And the week after that, I mean, we're gonna keep going strong, try to finish this season undefeated.
All right, well, you heard that from Tanner Sipe. He threw a touchdown pass tonight to Wilson Taylor to wrap this victory up. We'll be back here for senior night next week. This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. Great win, man. Great win. We're here with Wilson Taylor. He caught a touchdown pass that tied the game. Eventually, we won the game. Wilson, can you just talk a little bit about tonight's big win?
Oh, it's a big one. We got beaten up by them pretty bad past 2 years, and it sucks every time. So it feels really good to be on the other side of that and come out with a win.
And this being the first time you guys went in halftime behind, what did you talk about?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a test. We haven't been trailing at all this year, but I think our guys came out the second half high intensity and weren't backing down from anything.
And that touchdown reception, was that similar to the one last week?
Actually, no. That was the first time we've ever ran that play in game. We put it in at the beginning of the year and we're really just saving it for a good time to use it, and I think that was a pretty good time to use it there. I was a little upset not getting an opportunity on the first time we're in the goal or red zone, but I'm happy Coach gave me an opportunity there, and Tanner put the ball where it needed to be.
And we end up the regular season at the Felt next week with senior night, another game at Madison after that. How do you feel about these next 2 games?
I'm excited. We need to carry the momentum, play hard, play physical like we always do, and I think we'll win out.
All right, we heard that from Wilson Taylor as he contributed big in this win over Strasburg tonight. We'll be back here next week for senior night. This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports.
Thanks, brother.
We're here with the Eagles kicker Drake Barton as he gets the game-winning point tonight in this big win over Strasburg. Drake, can you just talk a little bit about the game?
I think it was a really hard-fought game. Both teams really wanted to win this game. We both knew coming out that the winner of this game is the winner of the Bull Run District, so it was a hard-fought physical game, but we knew through practice that we were going to come out and take this one.
And with them scoring on their first drive and missing the extra point, I'm sure in the back of your head you were thinking, I could be the difference. Were you thinking that?
Absolutely, man. I was kind of mad at halftime because, this isn't how we play. The penalties killed us, but when I got the opportunity to take that kick at the end, it was the best feeling in the world, and I got to give credit to all these guys because we wouldn't be in this position without them.
And a little added pressure as they jumped off sides when you were getting ready to kick the first time. Did you just block it out?
Oh yeah, you see all these plays in the NFL, especially where they ice the kicker and that offsides. It could have got there, but I just knew that the closer it is, the easier it is to make.
And how you feel about next week? We end up the regular season, home season here, and then go to Madison. How you feel about the rest of the season?
I feel like if we play like the way we played tonight and this whole season, we're going to have an undefeated season and the first seed going in the postseason.
All right, well, you heard that from Drake Barton as he drilled through the extra point that was the difference in tonight's 7-6 win. We'll be back here next week against Luray. This is Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports. Thanks, Drake. We're here with Carson Chinn, another big game for Carson, and he grabbed that last interception to really ice things. Just talk about this big win, Carson.
Yeah, this is what we play for, definitely. It was a high rivalry situation, another Shenandoah County team we had out here, 7-0. That's what we all asked for. Everybody showed out. It was a great atmosphere also, so we were proud of our show out with our community, and we were able to put on a show for them. So defensive side of the ball, we were super solid, didn't let up any big plays. I'm proud of our boys for staying solid, not too high on the highs, not too low on the lows. So we were able to stay disciplined and do the things that Coach Childs was telling us to do, made the adjustments in the second half, and we were able to do just enough on offense right there to get us through. So we need to come back and stay solid, stay leveled, and not have a letdown against Luray, because we're going to have fun out there on senior night, definitely, for sure.
And I was talking with the other guys. This is the first time you guys have went in at halftime not in the lead. How'd you feel going in?
Yeah, it was a little bit of adversity right there for a feeling for us, but that's what builds a solid championship football team around in these areas is adversity. So we were able to make the adjustments that we needed to. We did everything that we could to gain the gap intensity, and we were able to keep that integrity as well. So we were able to fly around on the ball, make the plays that we needed to on defense, and like we said, we were staying disciplined, and it was a great win for us. I'm super happy for our guys.
And I thought maybe that drive down here where they held you guys out at the one might take the wind out of you, but that you seem to come right back.
Once again, yeah, that's another point of adversity. We just stalled out for as long as we could for that whole entire game. So I'm proud of us for finally breaking through on that drive coming down here. Tanner was able to scramble, stay smart in the pocket, get out of a sticky situation right there, and not taking a sack. So we're super proud of him as well, being the playmaker that he is for us, and the leadership that we got going around here is phenomenal. So we just got to keep rolling with that, and it's a great night. We're going to celebrate tonight and then back to work on Monday for sure.
All right, well, you heard that from Carson Chinn as he held this Strasburg team, helped to hold this Strasburg team to 6 points and get the big win. We'll be back next week for Luray. It's Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports.
All right, Mo. Thank you.
Brother.
Night.
Go get some,
Night, dog.
Go get some Bengay and some ice and whatever else you need.
Let's get some rest tonight.
We're here with head coach Casey Childs after the big 7-6 win over Strasburg. Hard to even put this one in words, Casey. Can you just talk a little bit?
I could probably talk for 2 or 3 hours about it. You know, I was worried once we started really winning some games, and they were winning games all throughout the early part of the year, and we kept looking at the schedule, and man, I'm like, my goodness, we got Strasburg at home, but that was good for us. But then also we weren't in school, and I don't ever like not having a game when we're not in school, because kids are just thrown off the patterns. They sleep in too late, and they don't eat properly, and so like I was just telling the Star, you know, our coaching staff got together and we said, man, we're going to bring these kids in today, and we're going to bring them in early. And Coach Jarvis, who's our weight strength coordinator for the entire county, he came in, and Coach Novick, he was here at 6 a.m. Cooking, and we, as other coaches came in and we helped, and kids had a great workout. We had a great amount of attendance and for it. We fed them, and it was a great breakfast. It was just a lot of fun being with those kids in the morning, and we sent them home, and then we came back in and tried to keep it as much of a game as we could. And then how the game played out, my goodness gracious. Our kids just made play after play after play, especially in the second half. And we were really, really trying to get our feet underneath of us in the first half, because we really couldn't get any kind of traction on offense. And then defensively, it just felt like we were bending, and then we would make a stop. But then in the second half, you know, we really preached to our kids. You know, I thought our scheme was good. I also thought our players were good enough to make plays. And we just simply told them, man, our best players need to play like our best players. And they did that in the second half. I mean, you could just name play after play after play that our kids made, and our big name kids, and then the kids who don't get much publicity, man, they just kept doing their jobs. And like, for example, too, you know, Cam McCarty, you know, he hasn't played a whole lot this year. He's been a rotational piece at D tackle, you know, and we put him in at nose tonight, and he is an aggressive, athletic kid, and man, he played his tail off too, and he was able to keep the center off of our backers, and the second half, Drake Barton, I mean, that extra point, man, with 4.5, 5 minutes to go in the game, and they're sending all 11 at him because everybody knows we're not faking it, and they got to block it, you know, and man, he drilled it too. I mean, it probably been good from 40, 45, and then he had a great kickoff. He pinned it in the right-hand corner, and great coverage. And Chinn, man, he had the negative play on the tackle there for loss, and then Stem got the bat. Chinn picked it, and it just, from start to finish on this day, is just a special, special moment. And I got to thank the parents. Getting, everybody's working on Friday. School was out, but our parents got the kids in here. They either woke them up or had to drive them in here, even on their work days. And I'm really, really, just that's what a community win is, and they knew the importance of it. And so hats off to our parents, our kids, our coaches. I thought it was just a great day for Clarke County and Clarke County football.
Well, I asked Drake, I said they scored on their opening drive, missed the extra point. Was it going through your head that you might win the game? And he said it was. And on top of that, they jump off sides, and he has to line up and kick it the second time.
Really, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want him to think about it any longer because I already knew he was obviously anybody in that state right there is going to be nervous. So I was like, oh my goodness. And then of course he was able to line it back up, and they, like I said, they sent everybody, and the protection held up. And then I mean he drilled it. And then Connor too. The last time we had to punt, which we couldn't get the first down to end the game, and we got to work on that, man. But we didn't get the first down, so we had to punt, and we asked Connor to do exactly what he did, put it inside the 10 and get it off quick, and he did. So it took all three phases, the offense, defense, and special teams, and my goodness, what a win. And like the atmosphere tonight, you guys saw it. I told the kids, you heard me say it, that was the atmosphere that we had when Union was here. Right. More people, obviously, when Union was here, when you're playing the state semifinal, but this atmosphere tonight with two rivals like that playing, and hats off to Strasburg, man. They are good. They are really, really good up front, and they've got really, really good skilled kids. And man, they're young, and they're going to be tremendous, and they're going to be tremendous for the rest of this year too. They're a tough out. Everybody in our region, it's the toughest region in the state. 1 through 8 is going to be just an absolute slugfest and when the playoffs start. But you heard me also with the kids. We cannot have a letdown. We got 2 games left in the regular season to win the bull run outright, and we have to play great football, and nothing short of that. It just has to be done, and we've got great senior leadership, and it's up to them and us to make sure that we do not have a letdown.
All right, we heard that from the Eagles head coach Casey Childs as they move to 8-0, 3-0 in the district, and we'll be here next week on senior night against Luray. For Clarke County Sports, it's Moe Murphy.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, man. Thank you all.
Your final score tonight, the Clarke County Eagles 7, Strasburg Rams 6. This could be one of the greatest games I've seen Clarke play over my 20 years. Strasburg took their opening drive 97 yards and jumped up 6-0 in the first quarter, or actually early in the second quarter. Clarke came back, almost scored, got stopped at the 1. But they worked on and were able to get the score as Tanner Sipe hit Wilson Taylor for a touchdown pass, and Drake Barton drilled the extra point. The Felt erupted, and it's just a great night for Clarke County sports and Clarke County football as they move to 8-0, 3-0 in the Bull Run District. They'll now lead the Bull Run District. And we will play Luray next week at the Felt on senior night before ending the regular season in Madison. Reporting for the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week for Doug Ailstock, this is Moe Murphy. The Game of the Week is sponsored by Photography Concepts.